Hello everyone. This lecture is going to talk about the cerebellum. So let's get started. Cerebellum means that it's a small brain. Therefore, it does look like a little tiny brain on the back of your skull. So it's this structure right over here. And it's going to have some layers just like your brain. It's going to have hemispheres, so we can see right over here on this slide you're going to have a left hemisphere and a right hemisphere, but we are going to have a structure right down the middle that divides the right and left hemisphere. That's called a vermis. Okay, so in terms of main structures, that's what I wanted you to know about the cerebellum. Okay, now I want you to pay close attention to the histology of the cerebellum. Basically, we have three main cell types, or three main layers of the cerebellum. So if you look over here, the outer layer is what we call, which goes all the way to here, is what we call the molecular layer. Then we have this layer right over here that contains these cell bodies, and these are the Purkinje cells. So this layer is called the Purkinje cell layer. And then the last layer, which is this internal layer right over here, is what we call the granule cell layer. Okay, so again, the outermost, closer to the surface, is the molecular layer. The middle one is the Purkinje cell layer, and the most internal one is what we call the granule cell layer. Now the outermost, the molecular layer, is going to contain the dendrites of the Purkinje cells. Okay, so molecular layer contain the dendrites of the Purkinje cells. The middle layer, which is the Purkinje cell layer, is going to contain the cell body of the Purkinje cells. And the most internal layer, which is your granule cell layer, is going to contain, like the name says, granule cells, but it's also going to contain the axons of the Purkinje cells. Okay, so again, molecular layer contains the dendrites of the Purkinje cells. The Purkinje cell layer contains the cell body of the Purkinje cells. The granule cell layer contains granule cells plus the axons of the Purkinje cells. So if you look over here, these little lines over here that are coming out over here, these are the axons of the Purkinje cells. Okay, so that's what I want you to know about the cerebellum. In terms of function, it's basically going to control a lot of the motor activities, especially things that we don't have to think much about, so your subconscious coordination of movements like walking, jogging, and things like that.